It is a new chapter, chapter 8, everyone. The investigation starts anew.
I cannot believe I allowed myself to fall for such a deceptive move. The killer knew I would ask for an alibi, and they knew how to cover their tracks perfectly. Now, though, I have the upper hand. The killer believes that I have extinguished all avenues of my questioning, unaware I know the truth of the fire. I wish Monsieur Hastings were here. I was perhaps too harsh with him. I know of his want for the same as I, the truth. But now I fear that I have lost him to my own tenacious demeanor. Now more than ever do I need my little grey cells working at full capacity. Monsieur Demire and Mademoiselle Babagna. I am glad to say that they both still have alibis, as the show had just reached its second act.
Only now? Second act?
I can be sure that neither was involved. Mademoiselle Farquhar. She claims that she was in the dark room developing pictures, and even with this new discovery, her alibi stands. Monsieur Dryden can confirm. Monsieur Christiansen, one of my key suspects, drinking alone except for a brief encounter with Monsieur Demire. But Madame Allen can substantiate his trip to see her at the theater to apologize during the intermission. Which leads us to the good Madame Allen, on stage performing Innocent. A side note, I must make an effort to see her production. From what I have heard, she sounds quite captivating.
Alright, now what does that leave us, guys? How many names have we crossed out already?
The Honorable Bishop Mountjoy. His Compline prayers had not yet begun, but Mademoiselle Warbeck and he were together in what I can only imagine to be an uncomfortable meeting for them both. Her innocence has already been confirmed, although upon learning of how she has been treated, I would not have been surprised. Last but certainly not least, Monsieur Aylesworth.
Aylesworth?
And the article in the newspaper documenting his, as some see, heroic speech amongst the House of Commons is alibi enough for the murder. And where are we left now? Every suspect seemingly as innocent as they were yesterday.
They all have alibis, guys. But what about the candle and the necklace? I thought you figured it out already, Hercule Poirot.
But when one looks most innocent, that is when Detective Poirot is most suspicious.
So it is still one of those people, guys. One of those people. So who is it then? I'm still a bit clueless here, guys. They all have alibis. But something about the candle and the trick with the candle and the necklace. Something about that actually negates the alibi? Now which one? Toto Zachariah! Our old friend! Alright, I know I said that I will only stream this the last chapter, guys, but I don't know. I wanted to talk to my old friend again, Zachariah, before we end the stream. Hello, good morning to you, Zachariah.
Finally a face I can trust.
Right. You are not a suspect here in this case, Zachariah.
Everything all right, Poirot? I'm afraid things could not be further from all right. Don't tell me the famous Detective Poirot is stumped. Stumped? No. Perplexed? Oui.
The in-game Poirot is not stumped. But the Poirot playing the game is stumped. I am stumped.
Perhaps you can be my perfect distraction.
What is that you're reading?
I may not be the celebrated doctor that my father hoped for, but I still like to keep up with recent medical journals. And what is the latest discovery?
Ooh, a lot, guys. We are in London. Yes, you are right, Master. This is a London case. An early case of Hercule Poirot. Deducting in your head, does it always happen in people's heads? Detectives' heads? Poirot is one of a kind. Alright, cocaine is an alkaloid extract from the leaf of the Erythroxylon cocoa plant, which usually grows in South America. Its most available common form being hydrochloride salt, which can be taken orally, intranasally, or intravenously. The peak effect ranges from 1 to 90 minutes, depending on the route of administration. The cardiovascular effects of cocaine use. The most common symptom in cocaine users is chest pain, and the most common cardiac disorders is ischemia, and acute coronary syndrome, which can occur with all routes of cocaine intake. Other cardiac problems include myocarditis, cardiomyopathy, and arrhythmias. Cocaine increases heart rate, blood pressure, and myocardial contractility, all of which increase myocardial oxygen demand. With increasing availability, the number of cocaine users continues to escalate, with many finding what can be considered positive effects of the drug, outweighing the potential and likely hazardous risk. So, cocaine, guys, 1 to 90 minutes. Does that delay the time of death?
This particular article is about the effect of cocaine on the user's body. I thought I liked to have a good time, but that drug, too much for me.
What makes you say that?
I wouldn't want my heart beating at the speed of a locomotive. Here, read for yourself.
Cardiac arrest. Have you seen Monsieur Ellsworth since his heart attack?
I haven't actually. I gave him my office telephone number and said he could call anytime, but not a peep.
Are we singling someone out?
You sound surprised.
Yeah, he probably wants to keep his health issues out of the public eye. Hence me offering to help, but he seems to be just fine, surprisingly.
Was his heart attack fake? You question Monsieur Ellsworth's health.
Do you think there is a chance he could have faked it all?
Possibly.
How those little gray cells of yours work sometimes. Amazing!
Please, my friend.
You're serious? Don't know why, but I suppose he could have.
At this point, anything is a possibility. I think a visit to Monsieur Aylesworth at the Royal Society of Art is in order. Mademoiselle Babagna, a pleasure as always.
Good morning,
Oh.
gentlemen.
I didn't even notice. You are here all this time? You were talking with Zachariah? Wow, I didn't even notice. I apologize, mademoiselle.
I'm afraid my pleasantries are to be cut short this morning. I have a most pressing matter.
Oh boy, guys. Anyway. Let's head back to the map. Mortimer's office. Monsieur Ellsworth's office at the Royal Society of Arts. Good evening, everybody. This stream is sponsored by our wonderful members of the channel, including our VIP members, Timothy Mayo and Blake Mayo, Softia42 and Moderator Ray. Next, we have our elite members, Chris Bowman, Jersey Kid, and Jusuni.
Just a moment. I'm coming.
Alright, you have to wait a few seconds more. I need to finish my list here, guys. Hold on. Next up, we have our fan club members, Monimo, Laurie Lean, and Lucas Oliveira. Also, I want to say thank you to the whole bunch of basic level channel members. So thank you everybody for your support. Alright, we can now continue on with the game.
What a great commotion coming from behind the door.
What is going
What on earth is Monsieur Aylesworth up to?
Ah, detective. What can I do for you?
Were you having another heart attack? Another fake heart attack?
Could you spare a moment of your time? If you are feeling up to it?
Are you up to it?
Why wouldn't I?
You are recovering from a potentially fatal heart attack. I would not want to aggravate or upset you in any way.
Your movements on the night of Mademoiselle Cosmive's death. Where were you? What were you doing?
Are we really going over this again?
Yes.
It would help me clear up some discrepancies.
Very well. As I've said before, I was in the House of Commons addressing the bench, as you know. And then I was speaking with the reporter.
The reporter? Who would that be?
The editor, Nathaniel Dryden.
If you say so, at the news office.
Monsieur Aylesworth is sticking to his story. I did not expect that it would be easy to unsettle a politician of his experience.
You have not contacted Monsieur Demir.
And why would I? And why would I? Oh, to thank him for his help at the museum. Yes, of course. I've been meaning to send him a thank you gift.
One would think that thanking the man that saved your life would be further up your priorities.
I'm a very busy man, as I'm sure you understand. And I don't know whether I'd go as far as saying he saved my life.
Is it... or was it because that you fake your heart attack? He didn't really save your life. No one saved your life because your life was not in danger.
On the contrary. Had Monsieur Demir not been there with his extensive medical training, and a man of your age, perhaps you would not be here talking with me today.
If Monsieur Aylesworth is not prepared to tell the truth, perhaps I can use his own pompous nature and guilt against him.
The nurse said herself that I had the heart of a young athlete. It'll take more than that to slow me down.
Well, I would not take that as a sign to start a sporting career.
A young athlete, guys, and yet... you still had the heart attack. Well, I guess that happens with young athletes to young people, guys. It's getting more common nowadays. Right?
Merci, monsieur.
I find myself in a most problematic position. My associate, Monsieur Hastings, is nowhere to be found when I need him the most.
He is still mad at me, guys. What happened last night?
There must be someone else that I can call upon. Someone to fill the shoes of Monsieur Hastings. For the time being, at least. The obvious choice would be Monsieur Demir. But I wonder if he is suited to the task that is required.
This sounds fun. Shall we go ask him, guys? Zakaria. Let's go ask him. Does he want to be our sidekick? My sidekick? My subordinate? My servant? Or just my partner, guys. My crime-fighting partner.
Whatever you need.
Are we not going to ask him about this? Why is there no option here?
I must get back to my investigation.
What the heck, guys? I thought that was what we wanted earlier. I can talk to Mademoiselle Barbenini.
Good morning, mademoiselle. My apologies for my earlier departure.
That's quite all right. Mr. Demir informed me of the facts.
The case has taken a direction I had not foreseen, and it now leaves me.
It leaves me baffling, guys.
I will not stand here and listen to you wallow. How can I help?
I have a rather unusual request.
Go on.
We're asking her instead of Demir, guys. We want her to part ways with Demir here. They have to go their separate ways.
I require a distraction. I promise you will come to no harm and...
Who am I to distract, and from what?
Monsieur Aylesworth, I need to gain access to his office without his watchful eye.
Detective Poirot, preparing to cross the line of law.
Not cross, merely tiptoe alongside.
I assume you have already devised a plan?
A requested tour of the Royal Society of Art building should give me appropriate time.
Then that is what I shall do.
You agree? She's not one bit curious, guys.
The door has been left ajar, exactly as required.
So...
I could hear Monsieur Aylesworth fumbling around behind his door on my last visit. And combined with his hesitation to open his door to me,
this is our chance to search his office.
I can presume he had something he did not want Detective Poirot to see.
I knew my map. All this evidence. Speaking with Monsieur Demir, my suspicion has only increased. Could Monsieur Ellsworth have faked his heart attack? I must speak to him. Maybe we can find some cocaine inside his office, guys. Remember what happened in the last stream? Let's see if he has cocaine in his possession inside his office. Alright, so what do we have here? Acting suspicious. Okay, let's not worry about those items yet. Just search the office now. Before he comes back. Time is of the essence here. What other games are we playing right now? You mean on stream, Ilya? We're also playing Cognition on stream. We finished one episode already. There are 3 more to go. 3 more episodes till the end of the game. To the end of that game. Cognition. Where is paper? Where's the waste paper bin? A drawer. One step closer to revealing the truth. He has a gun. And he left the drawer open too. One must be careful with firearms around, especially when left in an unlocked open drawer. Especially open drawer, guys. So bullets here. A spoon likely from a set. ICS is engraved. ICS? What's ICS? And what is that? That looks like a chess piece. It looks like a chess piece.
Oh.
Missing Queen! Such an important and integral part of one's force should not be so carelessly discarded. It is a chess piece, guys. Where's the chess? Oh, he has a chessboard here. Aha, I knew it. That waste paper bin, is it on the other side of the desk? Oh, it's right here. Would be careless not to dispose of anything incriminating, but not overly surprising. Can I search through the bin?
Aha.
I guess not. Detective games are one of my favorites. You are right, Ilya. You're correct. Yes. All those Sherlock Holmes games. And now Hercule Poirot, Cognition, and other detective games. I do like solving mysteries, solving murders, and things like that. I think these games are fun. Alright, the chess set. Aha, a missing queen, guys. Beautiful chess set, although the queen is missing. So what is that doing underneath the desk? It's a bit far away. Is it in my inventory, guys? Did we pick it up? Hold on. No, we don't have anything now. Paintings! I see paintings.
Huh.
One will usually find such furniture is filled with a variety of alcohol inside the globe. It is a compartment, guys. Is this one a compartment? We'll never know. No hotspots on the desk. On the table. Bookshelf. One more. Am I seeing drag marks across the wooden tiles? This can be opened up. You guys see those marks? On the wooden tiles, guys. This can be opened. There's a secret passage behind this, a secret room. Collection of different tags. He's certainly well read. But those marks, look at the marks. Right. There's a man-made groove on the floor where the globe was positioned. So this can be pushed aside, pushed to the right, guys. This bookshelf here. Can I do any physical activity now? Can we push it aside? It's probably locked in place. Oh, we have three connections now. So one of them is gonna be the bookcase, the bookshelf, and those marks on the floor. Groove on the floor. Indentations such as this one could not have been made by mistake. Right. The bookshelf, guys. Nice. One more. We haven't looked at the ones that were originally in this mind map here, including the wooden thumbs up. What is this sound? Something heavy and wooden fell to the ground. When? Oh, when we were outside the office, guys. Oh. Something wooden, something heavy. So not the chess piece. Something heavy. I need to go outside and take a look. I mean out in the room. And look at the surroundings here, guys. Yeah, chess piece is definitely not heavy enough. Glass rattling sound. Had not expected Monsieur Ellsworth to be so clumsy. The glass rattling sound. The bottles inside the globe. He was pushing the globe. He was pushing the globe back into place. After he pushed back the bookshelf. Maybe he was inside the secret room, guys. Yeah, the glass bottles, the rattling sound coming inside the globe. Right. Questionable noises, thumps, and the bang of objects dropping, and gurgling sounds. Very strict gurgling sound. This one is a bit odd. Gurgling sound. Acting suspicious. Mortimer was up to something suspicious before he answered the door. The secret room. He was inside the room. So chess pieces on the floor. Chess sets.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
A fallen queen, almost as disastrous as a fallen king. Chess set was knocked over. Okay, oh, it's back to 2 now. So we added another connection just now. Wooden thumb sound. The glass rattling sound from the globe.
Things are beginning to become clearer.
I knew it, guys. Monsieur Ellsworth moved the globe, causing the bottles inside to rattle. And 2 connections again. Look at this. The globe moved. The bookshelf. Hold on. Do we have a bookshelf? Yeah, bookshelf.
Come now.
Oh no.
Think on what has already been learned.
Wooden thumb sound? From moving the globe?
I cannot see the logic in this.
From
Perhaps
moving the
a
bookshelf.
second look at the evidence in front of me.
From the fallen chess pieces.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
But it's not heavy enough, guys. But doesn't matter now. How clumsy of him, Monsieur Ellsworth knocked the chess set over on his way to answer the door. The whole set? You mean the whole wooden board? The whole baseboard? Really now? Chess set knocked over on the way to answer the doorway. Questionable noises.
I must act on thought and fact.
Acting suspicious. And questionable noises, guys.
This will not get me any closer to my...
I know. The globe moved. Chess set knock over.
Come, my little grey cells.
Well, oh, we are picking this one here. Chess set was knocked over. The globe moved. So I picked this one, guys. So this is also the chess one.
Logical thinking shall always prevail.
It's possible Monsieur Ellsworth was up to something by the bookshelf. That is obvious, guys. So now can we physically move the globe and the bookshelf? Can we do it? Can we not pick up the chess piece?
Oh.
We cannot pick it up. We have no items here yet. So how do we open up this secret passageway, guys? It's not giving me any options here. Interact. Kira Mukadi, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? So I'm looking for hotspots here, guys. Let's do another scan. Open drawer. Oh, when I return home, I shall check every bookshelf and cupboards of the house. It appears almost mandatory to have a hidden room. So we can examine the books now. What this one withholds, I can only imagine. The wicked and banal smell of English tea. Oh, it's probably locked.
Put your hands up and step away from there.
Monsieur, there is no need.
Enough of your phony pleasantries. Let's see what the real police have to say.
The first thing they would notice is the politician aiming his revolver at an officer while they are conducting official police business.
I'm sure they would agree. I have every right to protect myself from a foreign intruder.
If you were to lower the gun, perhaps we could discuss the situation we find ourselves in.
You may have authority in your own country, but not here. Now, explain yourself.
It appears I must choose my words very carefully here. Okay, this is a lot of words here. A ton of words. So... I think I can cross out the first one. It's 2 or 3, guys. 2 or 3. Number 3 is more direct. Insurance fraud, guys. Do we know for sure that this is what's happening here now? He was faking the heart attack for insurance fraud? Really? I didn't know that, but maybe I should pick that one. Yeah, let's pick number 3.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I guess we picked the wrong one. That's the wrong choice.
Enough! I need a second to think about all this.
Drop your gun, please.
How has it all come to this? No, it's not my fault. It's...
It is not too late. Your intentions were good. Scotland Yard will look sympathetically at...
If you had just left that fool Hardwick to it, we wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have to do this.
I have done nothing but remain honorable to my oath to uphold the law. It is Monsieur's choices and actions that have brought us to this point. And he must accept responsibility for what is to come.
Oh my god!
Poirot, are you alright?
He killed himself, guys. Oh, he missed! Oh.
All the better for seeing you, Hastings.
What happened, guys?
I was worried I was going to miss him.
Your timing and accuracy could not have been more perfect.
What do we do now?
We take our leave.
And what about him? Will he be okay?
He shall be fine. Although I am not envious of the sore head he will awake to. Come, there is much to tell.
Behind the bookshelf. But I never.
We haven't even figured out what's behind the bookshelf, guys. What is behind the bookshelf? What is in the secret room? Fraudulent insurance claims.
Monsieur Dryden, how are you?
Detective...
Poirot.
Yes, of course. What can I do for you?
Is Mademoiselle Vauquois working today?
She is, but not here, I'm afraid.
Do you know where she is?
She said something about heading back to the museum.
Will you allow us access to the dark room?
For what, exactly?
Forgive me. I recently inherited a number of belongings from a deceased relative, including an undeveloped spool of film.
I'd like to help, but there isn't anyone here that could develop them for you.
I'm more than capable, and I'll leave it tidier than when we arrived.
In that case, knock yourselves out. I've got a meeting to run to anyway. I shouldn't be longer than half an hour or so.
Pardon. Where has this confident and daring version of Monsieur Hastings been hidden?
We all have a hidden side. It's just our own choice of when to show it.
You're trying to search that room? The dark room?
So, our first step is...
Don't tell me there is something the great Detective Poirot doesn't know.
I must concede that photography is something I have little experience in.
Lucky I'm here, then. We need to start with a tray filled with developing fluid. Next, pour the fixer fluid into another tray and then add the photographic paper.
One step at a time, please. I can't remember all these steps.
I have a newfound respect for those that make such activities look so simple.
Let's just wait until we see the results. It shouldn't take long.
So use my time wisely and see what truths this room may hold. The gun open door which the shooter was standing next to. The blow knocked him out. Yeah, I figured as much, Helia. yeah, so that's what happened. The force completely knocked him out. Yeah, Hastings saved my life, guys. He saved me in nick of time. So thank you, Hastings. Thank you very much. I owe you my life. Photo paper. Used specifically in the development of photographs. Music can make even the most laborious task more manageable. And that's not only long, guys. We don't want any copyrighted music here. So let's leave it off. Cupboard. Unlabeled bottle. Infuriating, and we never understand how people can work in such amateur fashions. Maybe we can give it a sniff? Figure out what the content is, guys. Just by its smell. Dalton Farms, Belfast. What else do we have here? Oh, another unlabeled bottle. I try clicking on the bottle so many times, guys. How is one to know what is inside if it doesn't open the appropriate information? Unlabeled bottles. A nuisance, guys. The answer was staring at me in the face. Maybe those bottles are developing liquid? Those are chemicals? Photochemicals. Developer is here. A tray for liquid relating to the development process. Mademoiselle Farquhar? There's a head that looks almost identical to the one Mademoiselle Cosmic wore to the gala. Almost the same? Similar ones. Hello, Master. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Doing well, thank you very much. How are you?
Oh.
The lights must remain off when developing photographs so as not to damage them. Yeah, we need this red light here.
Huh.
Window, painted shut. Painted shut? What does that mean? It's been painted over, guys. Because we need a darkened room here. It is a dark room, so they painted the window. Can't have any natural light in here, guys. So why not just cover it up with window blinds? Painting it over. So what are we developing anyway? Do we know? Unlabeled bottle. 2 unlabeled bottles. I'm doing well, thank you, Kiran. I hope you're doing well too. Developing liquid. Voila. We don't have anything to develop for, guys.
Have you found it yet?
Those unlabeled bottles.
You want the photographic fixer?
And how would one know it from another?
It smells like ammonia. Handy, I suppose, when you can't see much in here.
Bitter almonds, the distinct smell of potassium cyanide. Ooh. Ammonia, just as Monsieur Hastings said. Mademoiselle Farquhar has access to the same poison that killed Mademoiselle Cosmic. One does not believe in coincidences. We must discuss Mademoiselle Farquhar.
We've already been over this, Poirot. I don't want to argue.
I have no intentions of continuing our previous conversation. What we must address now is her potential guilt.
She didn't steal the painting, though. We know that.
But what about the murder? Did she kill Irene Cosmic?
Her guilt in Mademoiselle Cosmide's murder.
Right. Mademoiselle Farquhar could be our murderer. Would Mr. Dryden not have seen Miss Farquhar leave? Well... The radio, guys. Not the radio. Not the hat. This is an unknown item. If he was occupied with another client, then he would not have seen Miss Farquhar leave, guys. Maybe he was distracted at that particular time.
Merci, monsieur.
Can we determine which bottle is a fixer? So the one that smells like almonds, guys. Can we do a comparison? Of the two, we cannot. We'll just pour that onto the tray. Find the right bottle, guys. Almond smell. A tray? Where is the sense in that? Oh, that's not the right bottle then. This one. Photo fixer, we got it, guys. A tray for liquid relating to the development process. Perhaps a photograph fixer is what is required. Logical thinking should always prevail, eh? Right. So now that it's done, now that the preparation is done, we need to find some negatives, guys. Some photo negatives. Oh! Oh my god. Believe this is for producing photographic prints. But we don't have any negatives. I believe this is for producing the prints, yes. Maybe insert a photo paper into it. The blank paper. The blank photo paper. Perhaps the photograph paper is what is required. One step closer to revealing the truth.
Okay, I think that's everything. Oh,
Is there a problem?
there shouldn't be, but there must be light coming in from somewhere.
Is that not the point of a dark room? That it will allow no light in to damage the photographs?
We need to find where the light's coming in from and damaging the prints.
You continue your work, and I shall find the curious light source.
The window. The painted window.
Aha.
Okay, not the music though, it's the window, guys. Can we not click on the window? I'm trying to click the window here. Click on the window. The painted window.
Oh.
Illuminate the room. Oh. So we turn off the red light, guys. We turn off the red light, and there is a slight gap in between the wall panel and the window, guys. Even though it's painted over, guys, there's still a gap here. So the light shines onto these two particular spots. Those two spots. Are we looking for a hotspot? Only two bright spots here, guys. Two bright spots. And then the window gap. Can we go back out? Oh, okay. Oh no, I want to go back out of this screen here. I don't even know what we're looking for here, guys. Perhaps these two particular spots? Right there. I don't see any hotspots. Just try using my controller then. No. Oh, oh! How did that happen? We exited the screen. Okay, maybe now look at the painted window. Here, this one, guys. The window. Look at the window. It merely appears to be painted shut, but it has been opened recently. Here is a gap. The window was open. So, Farquhar, Mademoiselle Farquhar, exited the room. Oh. So did that break her alibi? The window looked out at the back lane. The trusted handkerchief, perfect to match, or to patch up any gaps of incoming light. What does that all mean, Farquhar? Mademoiselle Farquhar?
Monsieur Hastings, may we talk a moment?
This is serious.
I'm in the middle of developing these. Can it wait?
I'm afraid not.
We must discuss Mademoiselle Farquhar. She could be our murderer. Oh, yeah. She could have exited the dark room via the window. Via the painted window, guys. Yeah, via that particular exit.
Mr. Poirot, you are a genius.
You think so? Are you not disappointed? Did Mr. Dryden say he never heard anything happen? The radio? The radio was on.
Mr. Poirot, you are a genius.
I am honored. Will Miss Cusham not have spotted Miss Farquhar entering the flats? Well... the same hat. A similar hat as Irene Cosby, the victim. A similar hat. Oh.
That would never have even occurred to me. I've got a lot to learn.
Oh boy.
Look, this photograph is just about finished.
This looks creepy, guys. Look at the left eye. It looks like an empty eye socket there. I feel like I am looking at 3 sets of twins. 3 sets of twins. Creepy, guys. This is creepy. The 2 ladies, they both have empty left eye sockets. The 2 gentlemen look the same. The 2 young women, yeah, look the same. The 2 teenagers look the same. So, am I looking for something in particular? A hotspot?
Is that?
What?
It appears so.
What?
And what has she got in her hand? That can't be the same cigarette case.
The same one?
The cigarette case that was taken from Mademoiselle Farquhar's luggage on our voyage here.
Oh! Oh my god. Back on the ship, guys. Back on the cruise.
It appears Mademoiselle Farquhar had a much closer relationship with Mademoiselle Court Smythe. I would say
They are romantically involved. They were romantically involved.
Cousins.
Oh, cousins.
Oui, monsieur.
Similar looking cousins. Look like twins, guys. Forget about that romantically involved bit. Doesn't make sense at all. So forget I ever said that, guys. Let's just cross it out from the memory.
Hastings, I must thank you.
So they are cousins. They are cousins. They are genetically linked together.
For what? Allowing myself to be enticed by Miss Farquhar's feminine nature.
For saving me from whatever Monsieur Aylesworth and his revolver had planned.
If it wasn't for me licking my wounds, you wouldn't have been there alone in the first place.
And if you were, and not at the Court Smythe estate, we would never have made such revelations. You are one of the most honest and authentic fellows I have met. You cannot allow a misguided moment of red-blooded male instinct to taint that.
You have never let yourself fall to the wicked ways of the fairer sex.
No. And that is a day I cannot even fathom.